guys, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building not a tiny house. This is the first time in a long time, I think, that I've built something a little bit bigger actually. So this is built for the Tinkers, even though I want to say that style-wise it doesn't necessarily fit them super well, but this is for my save file. So this is what I decided to build for them. For the save file, which by the way, I don't know if the updated version came out before before this video is published, but if it's not, then it's coming tomorrow, just so you know. Like if it's not on the channel today or yesterday or see, I have no idea. I'm just working on videos. I'm scheduling them because I'm going to Copenhagen. It's a little bit of a mess right now because I don't know when the different videos are going up, but if the save file video isn't on the channel, it's coming tomorrow. And then Sunday, I have a new shell challenge, which you can already find on the gallery, by the way, but you may want to watch the videos or the video singular, because there are some different rules to this one, so just so you know. But anyways, today we're building this house. This is built in Evergreen Harbor. It's built in the Conifer Station area of the map, I think. Yeah, of the map of the world. And it's currently 2:30 a.m. for me, and I'm pre-recording, so if I sound weird during this video, it's because I'm tired, but I really need to get this video done tonight so I can render it tomorrow while I'm preparing myself to just go to the train station, basically. Super exciting. I'm gonna sit in the train for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours or something, so I'm looking forward to that actually. It's gonna be really relaxing, but I'm gonna have nothing to do. Nothing, and that kind of worries me, but I'll bring my Switch. We'll be good. But I don't know, just to circle back to the house, because that kind of went off track for a little bit there. I don't know if this is a 30 by 20 or if it's a 40 by 30. I think it's a 30 by 20, but I can't tell right now. I think I've built too many tiny houses, because I don't know the difference between a 20 by 15 and a 30 by 20 anymore. Anything that's bigger than a 20 by 15 or 20 by 20 is basically a big lot to me now, so I think this is a 30 by 20 though. I vaguely remember there only being one 40 by 30 or possibly two in Evergreen Harbor, so I'm pretty sure that this is a 30 by 20, but I could be wrong. So anyways, but yeah, I hope you guys will like this house. It's very modern, actually, not contemporary. It's modern we're building today, and it does stand out a little bit like compared to the other houses. You can see them right now, but if you, what's it called, the NAP, modern development, if you activate that or enable that for your neighborhood, the different houses around this house will be a little bit more modernized. Obviously it's kind of in the NAP's name, and they'll fit the house a lot better, so just keep that in mind. It's kind of difficult to build for the save file in Evergreen Harbor because I don't know what kind of, like, are you going, like, personally, I want everything to be very green, but I don't know if you guys want everything to be very industrial, so I'm just building according to what I want, and even then, I'm still not sure if I should just go with whatever, like, build whatever houses fit the world or the different neighborhoods as they are when you start out, because, like, it's just, there's so many things that change in Evergreen Harbor that I feel like you have to change the houses all the time as well, because the ones that you play in don't automatically change like the shells around this lot do. So it's kind of like, it's a little bit weird building here, but I did my best. I put in the houses that I think fit the world the best myself, the ones that fit the naps that I want enabled in the different neighborhoods, and also the ones that I find the most interesting, and the ones that I find the coolest that I've done for Evergreen Harbor. Just so you know, I'm talking about the save file right now in case I didn't mention it. So, and again, I think it's coming up the day, no, actually I think the save file is coming out Friday, so this is probably my Saturday video, which means that you already know this. Anyways, pre-recording brain turns into mush. I've not been pre-recording for, like, I think the last time I pre-recorded was in September. So last year? Wow, that's a year ago. What the heck? Okay, anyways, because last year I had to move from Scotland to Denmark, so I did pre-record a couple of videos because I knew that I wasn't going to have internet in my new apartment and stuff. So I just needed there to be a few videos up on the channel for that little break. But other than that, I don't remember. Maybe I did a couple of videos around Christmas time because we had friends, or not friends over, family over to visit. But yeah, that's about it. So it kind of, because before, the virus, we'd go to events, or I'd go travel, or I go home to visit my family. So I pre-recorded quite often, but I'm definitely like out of practice. And also now I have 2 channels to pre-record for, which is a lot of work. let me just put it like that. It's a lot of work. I'm not complaining again because I love to do this. So just bear with me. But yeah, I feel like the pre-recording brain is kind of mushy right now. I had to record some videos earlier today and I just felt like I couldn't even pronounce words properly. It was like I was skipping consonants and stuff. It was not good. I hope it's going better now, even though it's like 2:40 now. So yeah, I hope it's going better though. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a great start to the weekend, or I suppose some of you are halfway through the weekend. Sorry to be a big bummer, but that's just life sometimes. I don't know how many of you are back working with the lockdowns and stuff. I'm not sure where there's still lockdown in the world, but I hope you're all staying safe and also taking care of each other, and yeah, just enjoying your weekend. I know that I will be. Currently I'm at not a garden party because it's not really a party. It's more like my sister and her boyfriend moved into a new apartment. This is why I'm going to Copenhagen, by the way. So they moved into a new apartment, and I'm going because they're doing this sort of like, I don't know what housewarming, that's what you call it. So that's what I'm going to. It's not going to be like a party, but we're staying outside and eating together and just chilling, maybe have a couple of drinks and stuff. So it's just going to be nice and relaxing, and I'm looking forward to seeing my sister again because I haven't seen her for months now, and also some of my cousins will be there, and I haven't seen them for months now either. I haven't seen them since December. That's a long time, so I'm looking forward to that a lot. Just in case you were wondering, I don't know why you would be, but just in case, now you know. So anyways, the interior in this house, I've definitely kept a focus on the Eco Lifestyle pack, so we're using a lot of furniture from that pack, and I think I tried to stay very neutral with the colors, so there's a lot of black and also the sort of like medium brown wood tone. I kept the flooring, I think I actually went with a white one, yeah, which is kind of unusual. I was really like swaying towards that dark brown, but then I was like, this is gonna turn out so dark if I go for black furniture and then dark brown wooden floor. I feel like that would just make everything really heavy and dark, and I've been doing a lot of more lighter interiors lately, so I might be slightly influenced by that. And yeah, I decided to go for the white one instead, which is definitely very bright compared to the dark brown one. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to switch it up a little bit, try some new color schemes at some point. But I also felt like with the exterior of this house, it just made more sense to go for something very neutral for the interior. So not a lot of color, just because there's not a lot, like the exterior is very brown, white, and black basically, maybe with a little bit of gray because there is a little bit of like a few stone wallpapers on the exterior, but generally it's very black and white and brown. So I kind of wanted to take that or bring that into the house. Does that make sense? Not that I necessarily think that all houses should match like exterior and interior, but for this one, I just felt like it made more sense. So yeah, I do want to point out, even though it's for the Tinker family, I think they're a family at least. I could be wrong. Otherwise, they're like, I don't know, because I think I checked in game and they're not a couple, but I think they're supposed to be a couple, which is kind of weird. So I don't know about that. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I just interpreted it that way. And there's a daughter as well, or like a younger sim as well. So even though there's only one kid and 2 young adults in this house, I did actually decide to also add a tiny human bedroom. I could have turned it into an office, I could have done that, but I decided to make it a tiny human bedroom because I think it'll be kind of cute, like, if they're a family, because I think they're supposed to be a family. Like, I honestly think they're supposed to be. I don't know if it's just my game that's messed up and they're not in a relationship, or if it's the same to everyone else, but I went into... Oh, wait, no, it might be because it's actually not a played family when you get the game. So when you get eco lifestyle. I think it works like this, but I could be wrong about it because I don't really play the game a lot. I only build, so I could be wrong about it, but bear with me here. So I think when you get, like, just say you get the new, or not the new, but the base game, and you start up a new save file, you'll have like played families and then unplayed families, I suppose, and it won't remember the relationships of the ones that are unplayed. So I think that's what happened with this one, but I could be wrong about that. Does it not work that way? But if it doesn't, please let me know. It does make sense if they would, or if they made it that way, because it means that lower end computers don't have to remember as much, as at least I think it works that way. I feel I'm having a difficult time talking right now, but just bear with me. That's the theme of this voiceover. Bear with me. So does it not work like that, or like does it? Let me know, because I could be completely off. I, again, don't really play the game, even though I still consider building playing the game, but when I say play the game, like everyone understands that I mean gameplay, because you're still technically playing the game when you're building, like you're still actually playing The Sims, because it's supposed to be a part of the game. I still know how the game works though, like I still know how to take care of my Sims. I just want to point that out, otherwise I'd be a very, very bad builder, because you need to know about needs and stuff for a house to work. Also, it kind of, you know, it's basically just like real life. You need a toilet and a kitchen and a bed and you're good. But, debatable, I also need a computer. But that's just me. Possibly some other faces to look at now and then. And by other faces, I mean like other people to talk to now and then. So, but yeah, I think that's what happened with the Tinkers. But I think they're supposed to be a couple, right? At least if they're not, they are in my save file. That's just the way it is. So they have a daughter, and I made sure that they could expand their family by adding a tiny human bedroom as well that you can turn into a kid's bedroom if they do age up, which, you know, the kids do at some point. So we moved on to the upstairs now. This is supposed to be the parents' bedroom, and I don't know what I was doing in this room. There's barely anything in it, just saying, because I kind of made this other separate room that was supposed to be not a walk-in closet, but they were supposed to have like this chill area, so basically a couch, and also more clothes in that room than just this dresser right here. But then I realized that there's no room for any more dressers or wardrobes or anything like that. So they basically just have that one dresser. I couldn't place anything up against this wall because it would be blocking either the archway or the door. I did not want to turn the archway into a door because it was just too satisfying to see a two-tile with a two-tile, like a two-tile wall with a two-tile archway, you get what I mean? So it just stayed like that. So they basically just have one dresser, but I hope that's okay. You could easily turn it into a walk-in closet if you want to, because you do have some bare walls to hang up clothes on. I just felt like I would be blocking the window, but if you don't mind that, you can easily do that. So just so you know. But yeah, it should be fully functional for these parents. They should be fine, and they can take a book from the bookcase, go into the separate room, and then sit there and read it or something, because they have a nice open window as well. I actually really like the idea of having this like big window and then just having sort of like a chill corner in the window, maybe in the windowsill or something, so you can sit there, have a cup of tea or a cup of chai. Chai is different. I know chai means tea before anyone points it out, but to me chai is more like spicy tea. I often associate chai with my powder tea. It's only powder because it's supposed, like, it has like sort of milk powder in it or something. I don't know. I'm going off track now, but I would love like a corner where I could turn it into like sort of like a reading corner or something, a reading nook or something. I feel like that would be cool. So that's kind of what I tried to make them by placing that couch in the open window, and then they have a bookcase in their bedroom. I just feel like it would be really cool and cozy for them to have this sort of reading corner. They also have another reading nook under the staircase, actually. I don't know if you noticed, but I combined two ottomans and I put them down there, and it's right next to a bookcase or a couple of bookcases as well, I think. So that was supposed to be another reading nook. I just like those, like, I don't have a place like that, but if I had a house, I would get myself a reading nook, even though I have no time to read books. But if I had time to read books, I'd be spending a lot of time in that reading nook. That's my point. Anyways, moving on to the children's room. I kind of want to say that this room is a little bit basic for a children's room, except from the fact that I've basically only used eco lifestyle items in here. And then of course supplemented it with, you know, the teddy bear and also, or the plushie I should say, it's not a teddy bear, and also the toy box and of course the mirror over there in the corner. But generally, like, the biggest pieces of furniture are just eco lifestyle, and there's nothing basic about those items. They're really nice items actually. I think if you compare them to the kids room stuff pack items, they're definitely not basic, because if I think about a basic kids room, I'll think like in The Sims, I'll think either a mix of maybe very like simple base game items, maybe mixed with Discover University, that sort of base game as well. Like they kind of have that IKEA look. Or I think about Kids Room Stuff Pack kids rooms. If you choose the white swatch of the Kids Room Stuff Pack items, they actually kind of look like IKEA items as well. I swear, I've been to IKEA so many times because there's an IKEA not very far from here. And as you know, because I literally just mentioned it earlier in this video, I had to move into this apartment a year ago and I had no furniture when I moved. So of course I've been to IKEA quite a lot of times. Also before that, because this is not the first time that I've moved into a new apartment. So, you know, I've been there quite a lot of times. I know what I'm talking about. And kids room stuff pack items in white look like IKEA. I don't know why I think everything in white is IKEA though. Like IKEA has other colors than just white, but for some reason I'm just like, that's the color I associate with IKEA furniture. I'm not really sure why. I think it might have been because my old apartment, the one I had before I moved to Scotland, was mainly white furniture from IKEA because I couldn't afford anything else. So yeah, also IKEA is really cheap here. At least the majority of it is really cheap here in Scandinavia. I got a couple of comments about that last time I mentioned IKEA, I think, because it was surprising to a couple of people that IKEA is actually really cheap over here, but it is. I don't know. It just is. It might be, you know, we're in Scandinavia and stuff, along with Sweden and Norway, so there may be like a deal there or something. I'm not sure, but I just feel like it kind of surprises me that it's not cheap elsewhere. I don't know what that's about, because like you have to put it together yourself, and that's basically a lot of, or how do you say that? A lot of the cost should be cut off just because you have to place it or put it together yourself. So I don't fully understand why it's not cheap elsewhere, but anyways. So I just got a comment about that the last time I mentioned IKEA, and it really took me by surprise. So I think I forgot to record the laundry room downstairs, but there is a laundry room, just so you know. And there's also a toilet in there and a sink. So it's right next to the front door, by the way. I just felt like it made sense to put it there. And also, if your Sims come home from work and they really have to pee, you know how it gets in real life. I don't know, that might just be me, but whenever, for example, when I went to school and I had like a 12-minute walk from school to home, I'd always just think at school, now I'll just wait, like I can go to the toilet or go to the bathroom when I come home. But then of course when I got home, I had to pee so bad. So it's just nice to have, like, especially if you can't find your keys in your school bag because for some reason they're at the very bottom of the bag and you just desperately need your keys because you don't want to pee your pants. But it's just nice to have a toilet right inside the door. So I always think about that, even though I feel like that barely happens to the Sims because they're actually really smart. They go to the bathroom at work or in school. They don't wait until they get home. But still, I think it's quite nice to have a bathroom, like, right by the front door. I might be getting, like, bad memory flashbacks from being in school and almost peeing my pants when I got home. So I just really, I think about that a lot when I do floor plans, actually, just so you know. So I want to talk quickly here while we're doing landscaping. I know that there's a missing sunroom right here that's still empty, but don't worry. Also, I'm not sure that it's actually considered a sunroom because it's on the other side of the house and the sun hits the front. So that's kind of funny. They can call it a shadow room if they want to. That's okay. I also end up putting a TV in there, so it kind of makes, like, it's okay because shadow in TV is a lot better than sun in TV, because if there's sun on the TV, you can't see anything. So anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about, that was difficult to say. I wanted to talk a little bit about Star Wars because I'm getting the pack on Tuesday along with the rest of you, and I might do like one build with it. However, I've not watched any of the early access videos, by the way, that came up during this week, simply because I've not had the time. But I'm pretty sure, considering they didn't give early access to any builders, that this is not a builder-oriented pack, and as you guys know, I'm a builder. But I might do like one build or something. As far as I've understood, you can't actually build in the new world unless you use enable free build, which is not something that I do. So I don't know. I might see what some of the items look like just play around with it a little bit in Oasis Springs or something, because I feel like that might be the only world where the furniture and stuff actually fits in. Or at least the only world that could remind me of a Star Wars world. It's really difficult to say. Even though, you know, in one of the neighborhoods there's a diner in the background, in some of the other neighborhoods we got mid-century modern, oh, sorry, that's not what I meant to say, Mediterranean houses in the background. So I don't really know. It's just that it's desert. That kind of could remind me of Star Wars. So I might have a look at that. Just so you know, I'm just asking you to brace yourselves. If you see one Star Wars build on the channel, that is why. I just want to play around with it just a little bit, but that's basically it. But we're done now, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover. If you like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you do.